Hi guys, it's Kelly and I am back with another video. Today, this video is part of the new Hero Arts 2019 Spring Catalog blog hop. Lots of spring things and I'm so excited because it is so cold. I got Peanut from school today and I just walked down there. I never drive. I don't know. It's the only time I ever get outside because I'm lazy. And also I don't really like outside. But anywho, so I walked down there and my ears still hurt and it's been like 30 minutes. So anyway, I am using the color layering Monarch butterfly, the new, is it New Day? I think it's New Day. Yep, New Day butterflies, and then the Fancy Garden dye. And looking at the hop today, which there's so much talent on, these seem to be some pretty popular products. So we all kind of had the same thing in mind. I guess everybody's over winter. I'm making 2 cards. So same design, kind of 2 different ways, but both of the backgrounds will be the same. So I'm using some Distress Oxide inks in, what is this? Twisted Citron, Peacock Feathers, Salty Ocean. And then I like to do my lightest color and my darkest color, and then the one in the middle. And I know a lot of people say that they have a hard time with Distress inks and Distress Oxides getting a good blend. You can see here, like, I'm not getting a good one either. But I do mine twice. And usually the second time is when it really comes together. So if you do it once and you are not happy with the way it looks, do it again. Just do it again. Because, like, the more color on the paper, whether it's Copics or Distress inks, Distress Oxides, it just seems to work better together. Well, I'm trying to think updates. Okay, so yesterday was Valentine's Day, and quite a few of you have been asking for an Eric update. Still going really, really well. Still super happy. And so we had agreed that we were not going to celebrate Valentine's Day. I just have always felt like it was a Hallmark holiday. It wasn't really anything that I ever celebrated. Side note, back to the card. So I'm using just a number 2 round brush and some clean water to sprinkle that on the background. Okay, so I had to take a quick break there because as you could hear, the banging in the background is actually my child trying to dust the ceiling. I'm not even kidding you. This is a real thing that's happening in my life right now. So anyway, clean water sprinkled on the background to kind of break up that color. And then I'm going to use the Hero Arts iridescent, no, it's white iridescent shimmer spray. And I'm just going to use the Tuming to sprinkle that on, to put some shimmer in the background. Kelly, who's one of my followers, super sweet, what is she, the Sunshine Crafter, I think, actually sent me some perfect pearls since I couldn't find mine and I still haven't been to the store to buy more. So I do have those back in my arsenal. We'll be seeing them again soon. I'm going to do the first butterfly as the Monarch coloring, the stamp color layering. Guys, you know what I'm saying. It's a day, all right? It's a day. Anywho, so I'm stamping it, the first one down, as we talked about in yesterday's video. I prefer to, especially with the blank stamps, where they're just large blank areas, stamp them at least once so they're a little bit seasoned. They seem to stamp better when you do that. So bubblegum is my first layer, orange soda will be my second layer, and then my third layer will be Hero Arts black ink. Now, I want to differentiate because you're going to see 2 different Hero Arts black inks in this video, and you need to know, in case you're new, that they do not do the same thing. So the first one you'll see is the one that I'm actually going to stamp my sentiments with as well. It's their blackest ink. The one I stamp the outline butterflies in is intense black. It is not as black, but it is Copic safe. So the first one, not Copic safe. Second one is Copic safe. Back to story time here. So, anywho, I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, and so we had talked about it, and he was like, yep, not a Valentine's Day fan, and I was like, cool, I never felt the need to celebrate it, we'll just skip it. And, then he didn't skip it. Like, I was like, dude. So, anywho, Wednesday night, we both worked, and then he, stopped over after work. I was doing a voiceover, and it's also my dog's birthday. Valentine's Day is also Molly the Mastiff's birthday, and she's 8. She's getting to be an old lady. I can't handle it, because I've had her since she was 4 months old. But anyway, so he had bought her a toy for her birthday, and he was like, is it midnight yet? And I was like, yes, it is. And he was like, oh good, I'm gonna open Molly's toy. Well, she got her like this little ferret thing, whatever, she loves it. And so then I got done doing my voiceover, did my things, went and talked to him in the kitchen or whatever, and then walked into the other room, and there was like a dozen red roses and a box of Mally's chocolate covered Oreos, which are my ultimate favorite. Those are so good. They are so delicious. And I was like, dude, what are you doing to me right now? Like, we said we weren't going to celebrate it. And he was like, there's nothing on there that says it's for Valentine's Day. And my little card said, you make every day worth celebrating, which is totally adorable and just makes my heart happy. But anyway, so I was like, yeah, we said we weren't going to celebrate it. Like, you don't even have a card coming your way, which is kind of sad because I make cards, but like I didn't make you one because we had agreed we weren't going to celebrate it. So in this scenario, I kind of suck because like when I said I'm not celebrating it, like I meant it. But I was genuinely surprised and it was awesome. And then both of us proceeded to work, and he worked a double that day, and we didn't even see each other. So that was like our little Valentine's snippet. Today, I am so crazy rushed because his birthday is coming up, and so we are going out to dinner with his family for his birthday. And I'm a little bit terrified, like just a teeny tiny bit. Yeah, it's been a long time, you know what I'm saying? I have met his family one other time before. They are very nice, very lovely people. But I'm just apprehensive because birthday dinner, we're kind of expanding out into the family. And like, I'm old, y'all. I didn't think I was ever going to have to do this again. So it's just a little bit, a little bit nerve-wracking for me. And especially since I'm a person who basically has no filter. Like when you meet, if I think it, I say it. And you would think after, 30 some years of having a voice and using it, I would know how to apply tact to situations, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just open my mouth and things fall out of it. So I am a little bit nervous. Peanut is super excited though, because his favorite sitter is coming over to hang out with him, which is why we are cleaning the house. So he is sweeping. I gave him a choice what he wanted to do, if he wanted to vacuum or if he wanted to sweep. He chose sweeping and dusting the ceiling. We bought one of those like little things at Home Depot where you can dust the ceiling, and he's super excited about that. I do not even remember the last time I got super excited about a cleaning product, so I hope that stays with him for the rest of his life because I abhor it. I honestly think that and when you get older and you have children, like that's why people don't go out on date night, is because people don't realize that in order for you to have a sitter over, you have to get your house into a semblance of order that they will not judge you for. And not like my house is completely filthy or something, but like people live here, guys, and sometimes it gets very overwhelming, and then sometimes to go out on date night, it's just not worth it to have to clean your house, and that's the reality of the situation. So today we are doing a very, very quick pickup, and then I have to get ready to go. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on in my life. We had his Valentine's Day party at school, and I went and volunteered for that, so that was super fun. I was in charge of the Cupid's Arrow game, which was basically the kids putting Q-tips and straws and then trying to hit the heart targets or try to get them in the cups that were on the floor. What I learned very quickly was that each station, so like one of them they made like a bee, and one of them they did like a game with the sweet tarts, and then one of them they had to walk with, I don't even know what it was. It was like mustaches and candy hearts or something on a spoon. And then they had Cupid's Arrow, which was mine. They had 15 minutes at each station, and I learned very, very quickly that 15 minutes at my station was far too long because it was a little bit hard for them. It was a little bit hard for them to hit the target. And so after maybe like 5 minutes, they were like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's hard. So trying to keep 4 to 5 kindergartners entertained with a game they didn't really want to play was a little bit of a challenge. But I got lots of hugs, and that was very sweet. Then they did a ice cream sundae bar. So the kids did that, and they did their Valentines at the end of it. And now they do this thing, which wasn't like that when I was a kid, where basically when you do the Valentine, you don't put the to on there, and it makes them much easier to pass out. You just put the from. So for his, which I totally procrastinated on, like, oh my gosh, procrastination is my middle name for real. And they say that people who are procrastinators are more optimistic, and I like to think that that's true because it's pretty much the only silver lining to being a procrastinator. Most of the time, you're just running around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you're late to everything. Everything. Probably gonna be late tonight because I'm sitting here doing this. But anyway, so I asked him what he wanted to do, if he wanted to do crayons or if he wanted to do glow sticks, because the food allergy thing, I'm not doing it. I'm just not. So he opted for glow sticks, which was awesome. I had to make them in about an hour, but right before his class. Again, there's that procrastination, because I ended up picking up a day to teach at the college that I wasn't supposed to normally teach, and so then I only had just that little bit of time to make them. But thankfully, stencils, yeah, the Neat and Tangled has a heart duo stencil that saved my life. So I did just a rainbow I like printed it out. It said, "Valentine, you shine. Love, Nathan." That's what it said. And so then I just punched holes in it to feed the bracelets through, and I did this heart stencil in the background, and then that was it. I did share it on Instagram in the stories. So you might have seen them there, and they were a huge hit. The kids loved them. They loved their little bracelets, and so that was super fun. Okay, now we're back to assembling the cards. You saw me fussy cut them out. Use a non-alcohol black marker to outline them. You want to use something that's water-based or it will bleed into your image and everybody will be sad. In order to get the placement for my sentiments, I kind of set up my card the way that I wanted it, and then I just laid them there, and then I very carefully picked them up, put them in my MISTI so that I could stamp them. For the stamping of the sentiments, I am back to the first type of black ink, because that one is a little bit bolder, a little bit darker than the intense black. So I'm just going to stamp those down. You'll see, like, all of this kind of looks a hot mess, but you're not going to see any of it because the really pretty die cut will be over the top of it. So none of it'll even be a thing. So stamped this sentiment, which says "you are lovely," and then the other one says "sending butterfly wishes," which is super cute. And then I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of it. I need to buy the big roll. I have not bought the big roll. I need to buy the big roll. I'm here just working with the what is the Scotch foam tape that's like the little teeny tiny pack that was gifted to me in my stocking, because I'm all out of the big roll and I don't know why I keep forgetting to order it, but I do, and it's going to make my life sad the first time I go to pop something up and there isn't anything there. So here I'm just putting that down. I'm going to assemble the second one the same way so that way it pops up off the background. And then for my butterflies, I wanted them to kind of stand up a little bit, so I'm bending them at the body. And then this is crazy. I ran out of Tombow Mono multi-glue, guys. This is how long it's been since I've been craft shopping. I ran out. I can't even remember the last time I didn't have Tombow Mono multi-glue. But fortunately, I had picked up some of the Lawn Fawn new glue in the tube to try, and I actually really like it. It worked really, really well, and I had some type of adhesive that would get them on there, and that made me happy. Plus, the little applicator is kind of nice. So I'm adhering those down, really just the middle of it, so the wings kind of stand up. And then I'm also, because you know I'm all about the shimmers, I'm going to add some clear Wink of Stella on top of all of my butterflies, just everywhere on the butterfly, so that they're nice and sparkly and fun. And then that is pretty much both of the cards. So yeah. All right, I'm going to go finish cleaning up my house and get myself ready, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.